A very good evening and welcome to this Sunday's edition of Newsfirst Weekend, coming to you live from our Newsfirst Centre in Colombo. I'm Arundhati Mudannaik, and let's start off with a look at the stories making headlines this evening.
Devotees around the world mark Vesak Poya Day. President Maithripala Sirisena declares open the digital Teletorana, the Sirisa Vesak Kalape. Vesak Kalape open for devotees for 3 days. 500 prisoners granted amnesty in line with Vesak Poya Day. US Secretary of State John Kerry concludes a 2-day visit to Sri Lanka.
And now the stories in detail. Of all Poya days, the Vesak full moon Poya day is of utmost significance as it marks 3 major events in the life of Lord Buddha. It was on a day like this that the birth, enlightenment and the parinirvana of Lord Buddha took place. On Vesak full moon Poya day over 2,600 years ago, the last birth of Bodhisattva took place at Lumbini, Salpak. It is said that the newborn child had walked on 7 lotus flowers which emerged suddenly before him. After coming into direct contact with the stark realities of life, Satara Paranimiti, a sick man, an old man, a corpse and a monk, the prince was determined to become an ascetic. One peaceful Vesak night, as he was seated under a bo tree at Bodh Gaya, he attained enlightenment and became Samma Sambuddha. According to Buddhist history, Buddha's 3rd visit to Sri Lanka also took place on a Vesak full moon Poya day. Buddha visited Kalaniya at the invitation of the Naga king. At the age of 80 years, Gautama Buddha had his last meal and he rested on the couch placed between 2 sal trees in the Upavattana Sal Grove and attained parinirvana on a Vesak full moon Poya day. President Maithripala Sirisena ceremonially declared open the unique Torana at the Sirisa Vesak Kalape earlier this evening.
President Maithripala Sirisena arrived at the Sirisa Vesak Kalape shortly after 7 o'clock this evening. The President first paid floral tributes to the standing statue of Lord Buddha at the Sirisa Vesak Kalape. President Sirisena then ceremonially declared open the Torana, which brings to life several Jataka stories.
Sirisiriya then siyalu denatama dakabala ganime avastawa uda wuna garjanadipatituma atin Sirasa Vesak Kalape idivu davanta Torana me mohotedi obata daka gannata puluwan viwurta wu aakaraya.
Members of the senior management of the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited and John Keel's Holdings PLC were present at the occasion.
ලෝතර බුදු පියාණන් වහන්සේ වැඩ වාසය කරන සමයේදී අංග මගද කාසි කෝසල වත්සකුරු පංචාල මල්ල චේති ආදී මහා නගරවල රජවරුන් ලෝතර බුදු පියාණන් වහන්සේ.
The President then visited the special enclosures at the Sirisa Vesak Kalape and paid homage to the sacred hair relic of the Lord Buddha and the relics of the Maharaja Theros, and also paid homage to the sacred relics of Arahant Sariputta and Moggallana, 2 of the Lord Buddha's closest disciples.
දරුවන් ඒ වේළුවනාරාමයට රජක හනුවරට යන්නට පිටත් වුණේ හැම වෙලාවකදීම ඒකෙම තමයි මේ අවස්ථාවේදී සිරසා නම මේ වෙසක් කලාපයේ පැමිණෙන ඔබට.
Newsfirst Florin Rajendran is at the Sirisa Vesak Kalape and joins us now with the latest. Florin?
The Vesak Zone, organized by the Capital Maharaja Organisation together with John Keel's Holdings PLC, commenced at the MTV MBC head office today. Now, devotees in their large numbers have been gathering here at the Vesak Zone to pay their homage to the sacred relics. Now, in addition to the sacred relics, the relics of the Maharaja Theros are also placed at this Vesak Zone. We invite all devotees to arrive here at the location to pay their homage.
Well, thank you, Florin. Now, amid the worship of countless devotees, the sacred relics of the Lord Buddha and the Maharaja Theras and the sacred relics of Sariputta and Moggallana were brought to the Sirisa Vesak Kalape this evening. The sacred hair relic of Lord Buddha and the sacred relics of the Maharaja Theras commenced their journey to the Sirisa Vesak Kalape from the Kalaniya Raja Mahaviharaya today. The sacred relics of Lord Buddha and the Maharahat Theras, which commenced their journey from the International Buddhist Center in Naligala, Kandy, were placed at the Kalaniya Raja Mahaviharaya last evening. This afternoon, the relics were brought in procession to the Sirasa Vesak Kalape amid the chanting of countless devotees. The ceremony was presided over by the chief incumbent of the Kalaniya Raja Mahaviharaya, Venerable Professor Kollupitiye Mahinda Sangarakkita Thera. Amid religious observations, the relics which made their way to the Sirasa Vesak Kalape from the Kalaniya Raja Mahaviharaya via Punchaburalla were placed on the special platform erected for this purpose. Meanwhile, the procession of the sacred relics of Arhat Sariputta and Mugallana, two of Lord Buddha's closest disciples, commenced at the Mahabodhi Agrashavaka Mahaviharaya in Malika Khanda. Amid the chants of devotees, the relics were placed on the special stage erected at the Sirasa Vesak Kalapaya.
The Sirasa Vesak Kalapaya, organised by the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited, hand in hand with John Kills Holdings PLC, was declared open this evening.
The Sirasa Vesak Kalapaya has been organised with the purpose of showcasing spirituality and devotion that arises in Buddhist devotees during the triple festival of Vesak. The Sirasa Vesak Kalapaya was declared open this evening under the auspices of the Mahasangha, led by the Chief Prelate of the Amrapura chapter, the Most Venerable Daudana Jnanisara Thera. Representative of the senior management of the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited and John Keels Holdings PLC were also present at the occasion.
දැන් මේ ගෙවිච්ච වසර 4ක කාල සීමාවේ ලක්ෂ සංඛ්‍යාත ජනතාවක්.
Over the past 4 years, hundreds of thousands of devotees paid homage to the relics. On one hand, the Capital Maharaja Organisation has been involved with the people of our country for decades by providing goods and services, and in times of disaster, be it drought, floods or even the tsunami, the Capital Maharaja Organisation has even gone beyond that and reached out to the people of the world throughout its history. Our organisation, led by the chairman and the staff, which has come this far amid many hardships, is always committed to the people.
අපේ සභාපතිතුමා ප්‍රමුඛ කරගත් මේ කාර්ය මණ්ඩලය රටේ ජනතාව වෙනුවෙන් හැම විටම කැප වී සිටිනවා.
මංගල කාරණා තුරක් සිද්ධ වුණ අදවෙනි දවසේදී
for organising this Sirasa Vesak Kalapaya and enabling the exposition of the relics, for creating intentions of spirituality, goodwill, tolerance and piety in the hearts and minds of devotees, I express my praise and blessings on those who have done this meritorious deed.
මාගේ ප්‍රශංසාවත් ආශිර්වාදයත් ඒ සැමටම බුද්ධ කරනවා.
මේ මෑත යුගයේ ඇතිවෙච්ච වෙනස්කම් මීට ඉස්සර තිබුණේ නැහැ.
The changes that have taken place in the recent past have not been witnessed before. Thereby, when we engage in such undertakings, the people witnessing it must take it as an example. At the same time, while this meritorious deed is being organised for the 5th time, countries like Thailand, India and Japan are looking towards us to learn something and have come to Sri Lanka to take this as an example.
අද ලංකාවට පැමිණලා තියෙනවා. අද රැටත් විශාල පිරිසක් එනවා.
අද මේ සීමා සහිත කැපිටල් මහරජා ආයතනයේ ප්‍රධාන මූලස්ථානයේ
Today, the Sirasa Vesak Kalapaya, where the sacred relics of Lord Buddha and the Maharahat Theros are on display, has ascended to the level of a Devrambehera. Thereby, the Sirasa John Kills Vesak Kalapaya has transcended all others and achieved a position of greatness. The journey of the sacred relics to these premises has elevated this area to a holy place. As Buddhist devotees, we are happy that the Capital Maharaja Organisation and John Kills Holdings are carrying out this meritorious deed, giving devotees the opportunity to gain merit for satiating their hunger and quenching their thirst.
के समूहයත් සිද්ධ කිරීම පිළිබඳව බෞද්ධ පින්වතුන් හැටියට අපි සතුටු වෙනවා.
අද සිරස වෙසක් කලාපය සඳහා මූලික වශයෙන් අපි කටයුතු කරේ.
We have joined in this meritorious deed today to promote communal and cultural reconciliation and to promote religious coexistence among the Buddhist people of Sri Lanka. On behalf of the chairman and the board of directors of John Kills Holdings, I express our gratitude for the immeasurable support rendered by the respected Mahasangha, the Capital Maharaja Organisation and the organisers.
ජෝන් කීල් සායතනයේ සභාපතිතුමා ඇතුළු අධ්‍යක්ෂ මණ්ඩලය වෙනුවෙන් අපේ ගෞරවාන්විතව ස්තුතිය පුද කරන්නට කැමැතියි.
ඈත ගම් බැහැර වලින් මේ තාප්පෙන් එහා පැත්තේ ඉන්න දරුවෝ
The children who are on the other side of this wall, who have come from all corners of the island, will tell this story to their children long after we have passed, as a part of the story of their lives. Thereby, we see this as a continuous development endeavor, and we pray that hearts and minds throughout the country will heal, be filled with purity and goodwill, and the crime will reduce.
තව තවත් ලංකාව පුරා දෝරේ ගලන්නා වූ භක්තිමත් සිත්
The Sirsa Vesak Zone, organized by the Capital Maharaja organization together with John Kills Holdings, will be open to the public for the next 2 days.
Devotees will be granted the opportunity to pay homage to the sacred relics. The public will also be able to witness the live teletorana, Vesak lanterns and songs of devotion will be performed at the venue. A group of employees from John Kills Holdings are a part of today's performance. Rice and refreshment dance cells are also open to the public as well. Devotees will also be able to witness the Sobana Maligaya, also known as the Dampal Riyasara, once used by Sir Anagarika Dharmapala to spread the message of Lord Buddha. The teletorana designed by artists Palya Gurudananda, Arya Sirikoriruakku and Susil Janda will portray stories from the 550 Jataka stories.
A number of devotees were seen gathered at the entrance of the Sirsa Vesak Zone at Braybrook Place.
The Sirsa Vesak Zone, organized to spread the message and blessings of Lord Buddha for devotees across the island, was held for the 5th consecutive time. A number of devotees were gathered at the vicinity of the Sirsa Vesak Zone in order to be a part of this blessed event. Our cameras captured the manner in which devotees from all parts of the island stood in line since afternoon to witness and pay homage to the sacred relics of Lord Buddha and the sacred relics of the Maharaj Theros.
ආමිස පූජා ක්‍රියාවලියට සිරස මේ ධාතු වන්දනාව හරහා නවම අරුතක් එක් කරලා තියෙනවා.
අපිට මෙහෙම බලන්න ලැබෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. මෙහෙම හරි බලා ගන්න ලැබෙන ලොකු පින.
The public expressed their joy at being part of this occasion.
අපේ මේ උතුම් වස්තුව බලා ගන්න 12 ඉඳලා මේ අපි ඉන්නේ.
ඊරෑ 12 ඉඳලා මේ හට ආවේ. මේ වගේ මේකත් දැක්ලා බලලා සාදු ගන්න නිවන් දකින්නයි අපිට උවමනා තියෙන්නේ.
මහරජා සංවිධානයේට ජෝන් කේල් සමූහ ව්‍යාපාරයටත් හදවතින්ම සුබපතනවා. ඉදිරියේදීත් මේ වගේ පුණ්‍ය කටයුතු කරගෙන කිරීමට ශක්තිය ධෛර්ය වාසනාව ලැබේවා කියලා මම හදවතින් ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
ගුණ කර්මයක් කියන හිතෙනවා මම අපි මාතර උරුබොක්කේ ඉඳලා ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ.
සතුටුයි මේ ධාතු බලන්න ලැබීම ගැන.
We have organized the Dansala for the benefit of all those who are arriving here to pay homage. We invite all to visit the Dansala.
අපි සපයන සිසිල් පැන් සංග්‍රහයටත් සහභාගී වෙලා යන්න කියලා.
සිරස ජෝන් කේස් වෙසක් කලාපයට පැමිණෙන බැතිමතුන්ගේ
Elephant House Soft Drinks have organized a cool drink Dansala to quench the thirst of devotees who spend time waiting to worship the relics. I invite all devotees to visit the Dansala to have a drink before you go.
වෙත පැමිණ ඒ සිසිල් බිම පානය කර ගේ වෙහෙස නිවා ගන්නා ලෙස
මේ එන සදාවත ජනතාවට
The cool drinks Dansala will be open for 3 days starting today. We are giving free drinks to all the devotees who arrive here.
නොමිලේ බීම ලබා දෙන්න.
In his message to mark Vesak Poe Day, President Maithripala Sirisena says, by getting closer to the Dharma that transcends all time and making it part of our lives, we will help build a society of Maitreya or tolerance and goodwill.
President Maithripala Sirisena says this Vesak festival is a great blessing that dawns at a time when we are taking action to build a society that will ensure coexistence, equality and justice to all, nurtured by the Buddhist teachings of Maitreya, tolerance and goodwill, Mudita, sympathetic joy, Karuna, compassion and Upekha, equanimity. He says it is in his wish and prayer on this occasion that our people who are fortunate to learn and experience the teachings of the Buddha would follow these teachings and through this obtain spiritual liberation and contribute to build a truly just society. In his Vesak Poetry message, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said an era has dawned to work for our deliverance with heedfulness towards enlightening the society, making a true change in our attitudes. He calls on all Sri Lankans to join our hands together to build a righteous society with spiritual purification instead of converting this blissful Vesak into a mere celebration.
Meanwhile, the Buddha Rashmi Vesak zone was declared open by President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe this evening. The Buddha Rashmi Vesak zone is being held at the vicinity of the Hunupitiya Gangarama temple. The Buddha Rashmi Vesak zone is being held for the 9th consecutive year and is organized by the Ministry of Defence. This Vesak zone centers around the vicinity of the Gangarama, Seema Malakya and temple trees. The Buddha Rashmi Vesak zone will be held till the 6th of this month. 484 prisoners were granted amnesty in line with Vesak celebrations. Commissioner General of Prisons Ruhan Pushpakumara said all prisons on open-air detention centres across the island were requested to release prisoners granted amnesty.
Commissioner General of Prisons Rohan Pushpakumara noted that 484 prisoners who were unable to pay fines were thus granted amnesty. Thereby 50 prisoners from the Valikada prison were released this morning. 9 women were amongst those granted amnesty. Our Newsfirst cameras also captured the moment in which 21 prisoners were granted amnesty at the Vaunia prison.
Still to come on the news tonight. The fight of the century. All the action coming up on Sports First. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry concluded his 2-day visit to Sri Lanka today. The American delegation left the island this afternoon.
Prior to his departure, the U.S. Secretary of State held discussions with representatives of the Tamil National Alliance in Colombo. TNA Parliamentary Group Leader R. Sambandhan and MPs Mave Senadiraja, M.A. Sumandaran, Suresh Premachandran and Selvam Adekalanathan and the Chief Minister of the Northern Province, C.V. Vigneshwaran, participated in the talks.
We met with Mr. Kerry and he touched on many topics. He said that at an instance where a positive environment has been created, we must take proper advantage of it. He said that when facing various issues, we must consider each occasion and resolve the problem. He said that he is aware of the problem faced by us. He said that while they will act thoughtfully on this, there will be expeditious political changes and political solutions.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's edition of News First Weekend. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great week ahead of you. Good night.